Hi, I'm Hannah Cruz at the Church Musicians Assistant. Today in this video, I want to demonstrate one way that you could teach new songs to your congregation or choir or any group in your church. This is something you could do over Zoom or in a pre-recorded video, or if you're meeting for in-person worship and you're okay with your congregation singing, you could also do it there. So this is just a multi-purpose way to get your congregation participating in music again, and I hope that you find it helpful. So you can start out in front of your group, whoever you're teaching, just saying a little bit of background on the song that you're teaching. That's always a good idea to give some context and get people excited about learning that new song. So in my Glory to God hymnal, which is the Presbyterian hymnal, it has a little blurb at the bottom with a little bit of information, and that's really helpful. So what this says is, recognizing that this text arose from the years of apartheid in South Africa adds depth and resonance to its already confident language, referring to the song. Yet these words can also be read as a summary of Christ's death and resurrection, the true basis of our hope that good will triumph over evil. And then after you give a little background on the song itself, it's always great to contextualize it in your own time and your own place with your own people. So why are we singing this today? Well, it might connect with the sermon or the scripture, or maybe just whatever is going on in your world currently. For example, this is such a good song, Goodness is Stronger Than Evil, for the current time during the pandemic, because it's a meditative piece with simple words that remind us to be appreciative of what we have right now and recognize that the pain that we're all experiencing currently will not last forever and that God's love will prevail. As you are teaching this and talking about the song, just remember that a positive, relaxed body language is what you want to strive for. So when you get up in front of people and you have a smile on your face, you're energetic, you're excited about doing this thing, and your body language is open and you're moving around a little bit, all of that communicates to the congregation that this is a fun experience. We're here to learn and have a good time together. A quick note on singing as the leader in this scenario. So if you have a highly trained voice, like you got a voice degree in college, you may want to actually tone down the bigness of your voice. And really the goal here is to make the congregation comfortable and to encourage them to participate. So if normally you have this beautiful soloistic voice, if you could kind of pare it back and make it sound a little more average, just like a normal person who would get up and sing a hymn, what would their voice sound like? Obviously, sing in tune and sing the right notes and rhythms. But, what kind of a volume, what kind of a sound quality would that person have, and what would make the congregation feel comfortable in participating? So do think about that. And now if you have a voice that you don't feel very confident in yourself, maybe you wouldn't be comfortable singing a solo, for example. Well, be confident in your ability to lead this congregational song with whatever voice quality you have, because again, if you stand up there with confidence and you proclaim the message of this song and you're excited to be up there doing it, the congregation will have such respect for you and gratitude and willingness to try. We're going to be doing this by rote. So you'll be singing and then you'll be asking the congregation, choir, children, whatever, the group, to sing it back to you, to repeat it back to you. It's a way of learning a song that doesn't require sheet music, and so that can be really fantastic in scenarios where it might be pre-recorded video over Zoom, or it's just kind of an informal setting. So with it being by rote, it is best if you can know the song and the text by heart before you get up to present it. That's so that you can look the congregation in the eyes, you can smile at them, you can move with the music. That is a way for you to communicate and get feedback from the congregation, from the group, as you are leading and teaching and all of that. If your head is buried in music while you teach the song, well, that might communicate two things. It might communicate that you're disinterested in connecting with the group. It might also communicate that this song is so difficult, even for the music director who we have hired. It's so difficult that there's no way we can learn it as the congregation. It's much too difficult for us if the leader can't do it from memory, right? So that's something to think about. Try to memorize the song before you teach it. Okay, all that being said, now we can actually get into teaching the song. So let's pretend like you've gotten up, you said, hey, we're going to learn a new song today. Here's a little background info on the song. Here's why we're singing it today, why it's important to us as a church. And then you're going to ask the congregation, the group, to learn it by singing by rote. So you will sing a phrase, and then they will sing it back to you. And assure them that you will practice it several times in a row. Each phrase, each little bit of the song, you will practice, and give them ample time to pick up on it and feel comfortable with it before you move on to other sections of the song. And then at the end of all that, the reward will be that you will add accompaniment and whatever instrumentalists, whatever other singers may be involved, you will add all of that to the song, and the congregation can sing a whole new song from start to finish. So as you teach the song, you could teach the text first by just saying it and then having the congregation say it back and then adding it to the music. But since this particular song, Goodness is Stronger Than Evil, is pretty simple, both with the text and music, I would just go ahead and teach it with the text and music combined from the very beginning. Sometimes it's actually easier for the brain to process something new when all components are combined into one element, rather than breaking up all of the components and having to sort of compartmentalize those things in your brain and then later synthesize them. So I'm going to be demonstrating by combining the text and the tune all at once. Please repeat after me if you are able. Goodness is stronger than evil. Love is stronger than hate. Okay, so right there what I did was sing the first phrase, a very small snippet of the song, small enough to where someone could hear it and remember it well enough to sing it right after. I picked just a random note. I'm not sure what note that actually was because I don't have perfect pitch, but I picked something that was very, very comfortable in my singing range and a note that I knew would be comfortable to other people. Then I added these hand motions. Basically, I'm just showing where the pitches are in relation to this space, right? So from my waist to the top of my head is the whole range of the song. And the lowest note of the song is down here at my waist. And the highest note of the song would be up here. So I'm showing goodness is stronger than evil. And that movement is bigger because it's a third. The third is bigger than the stepwise movement. This helps people to sing when they don't know the tune very well, because they can watch and mimic that in their voices. Now it helps, I think, to move your hands slightly before you sing that note, so that the congregation can see a little bit, like a split second before they have to sing the note. Goodness is stronger than evil. See what I'm doing there? It's just ever so slightly right before the note that I'm singing. Okay, so you'll have the congregation do that phrase 2-3 times until what you're hearing is pretty good feedback, you know, plenty of volume, they're getting the text. If they're not getting the text, you might just speak the text and ask them to speak it back, and then put it with the tune again. Be very casual and forgiving with all this. Humorous too. I mean, all of that helps make people comfortable and more willing to participate. After the first phrase, you're going to go to the next phrase, and you might say something like, okay guys, the next phrase is slightly different words, but the same tune. So same melodic part, different text. Light is stronger than darkness. Life is stronger than death. You try. Also there, when I was gesturing the pitches with one hand, I lifted my other arm out to the group to signal that it was their turn to sing. That's optional. You wouldn't have to do that. If the coordination is a little bit too much, you could just do both hands at all times, just parallel signing. And now let's learn the third phrase, the third and final phrase. It goes like this. Victory is ours, victory is ours, through God who loves us. Then you'll ask the congregation to sing that, and in this particular case, you might say, and we sing that phrase twice because there's a repeat sign. Now I may be getting off on different pitches here, I apologize for that. If I were teaching this and not taking breaks to explain things to the camera, then I would be staying in the same key. But if I'm changing key, I apologize. Finally, congregation, I invite you to stand and let us sing the whole song together. Now at this point, you could sing it a cappella with them, signing the whole time and helping them along. It kind of just depends on how well they've learned it up to this point. Or if you feel like, you know what, I think they got this, then you can go ahead and add accompaniment with it. So now I invite you all to sing this beautiful song with me on the piano. I will not be singing, but I will be playing the melody in the keyboard with harmony. Then you're going to give them a short introduction. Now, before you added accompaniment, you had the option of teaching some of the congregation a second part. or maybe even a third part. Okay, that's up to you. That's up to your group. But if you wanted to teach a second part in this song, maybe you could teach the alto line. So you could ask the tenors and sopranos, those with higher ranges, to sing the melody. And then those who feel they have lower ranges, the altos and the basses, could try singing this secondary part. And you will just teach that exactly the same way as you taught the melody line. It'd be fantastic if you could have a second person to help you with this. So, you know, at an in-person service when the congregation can actually sing, you could stand on one side or with all of the altos and tenors, however you want to divvy this up. And you could teach that secondary part, and you could have your volunteer cantor on the other side with the other group leading the melody part, okay? And you could both be signing at the same time, but signing different parts. If you're doing all of this over Zoom, you'll probably just have to do it yourself, okay? And that's fine too. If you've got a pre-recorded video that you're sending out to teach people a new song, then you could video yourself actually doing both at the same time, and then do a split screen. That is a possibility, a little extra work for you, but could work if you are trying to teach multiple parts at once. So there's nothing mind-blowing about how I did this. It's just a matter of having positive energy and being encouraging towards the group, and really using the teaching by rote method to its fullest. Also employing the hand gestures to show the range of the piece. That really, really helps. Teach in small chunks and then combine those small chunks at the end, and give the group the satisfaction of getting to sing with you or somebody else playing accompaniment as well. Please, if you have enjoyed this and gotten something out of it, I ask you to subscribe to the Church Musicians Assistant channel, because that helps our videos do a little bit better with the YouTube algorithm and helps more people see them. And then if you could please like this video, that would be amazing, because that makes us look really good. I thank you for watching. I hope this helps you out. I hope this helps your church. And blessings until next time. Bye.